It's coming, 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 coming.
Yo, what is going on, Voyagers? It's your boy Finicki back with another video, and today we are going to do a tier list for the best legends in Season 4 for Apex Legends. Now, before I get started, if I could have you guys go down and hit that like button on this video, it helps me so much. It helps the channel overall to continue to grow. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, we do gameplay videos as well as more of the informational type of videos here on this channel. So if you guys are wanting to see some type of content that is in that little realm, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you want, hit that alert so you know when the video goes live on my channel. Now, I wouldn't consider myself a professional Apex player, but what I would consider myself is a very, very high tier skilled individual that plays Apex Legends. One that still plays in professional scrims and still competes at the highest level with my actual professional friends. So, I take my advice for these legends with a grain of salt, but at the same time, I do believe I know what I'm talking about when it comes to the highest of high tier gameplay, which we're not going to always be talking about, but I do believe that I know this game really well. So we are first going to start with C tier, which is the lowest tier possible. These characters, they're not the strongest characters in the game, and so that's why they're obviously here. They have their strengths in certain situations. You will 100% not see these played in the highest of high tier of gameplay, as well as not really a lot in the high tier ranked matches. The first is going to be Mirage. I think he is probably the least helpful character in the game when it comes to Apex Legends. The strengths and weaknesses of him is he doesn't really do much for the team besides maybe getting a little bit of information using his bamboozle. He's useful for flanks only whenever he has his ultimate up, and he can really only escape when he also has his ultimate up. So you're kind of put in a bind whenever you don't have his ultimate, and therefore that's the reason why I believe he's probably the worst character in the game at the moment. Next is going to be Bloodhound, and I was torn with this decision, but I think it's rightful that he ends up going to the C tier. I don't think he is as bad as Mirage. I think he definitely has his place when it comes to team gameplay, and he's able to help others out by using his scan, and it gets through walls. You can see where people are. I think his number one issue that if they fix it, I think he could go up to a B tier type of situation, and that would be his ultimate. If his ultimate could make it where there's not nearly as much sound to it, there would be a reason for people to be playing him more often. He's fun to use in pubs, and I think there's a place for him in the game, but just he's not the best character in the game. Next is going to be B tier, which is where these legends have a lot more utility to do for a team. Maybe not a lot, but at least some utility for the team, or they're just an overall better character. And you will be seeing these people in ranked, some in high tier, more so than what the other C tiers are. But with B tier, they have a lot more availability to be able to be used in a higher ranked game. They're also good in pubs, and they have a lot more strengths than weaknesses compared to those of the C tier. So first on the list, I think, is Bangalore. She is a great legend. I think her utility is perfect. I think she is a bit stronger on console compared to PC due to control players still having to lock in on a box whenever they are looting, so they're not able to move. And she provides smoke with, she can provide cover to her teammates while they're rezzing, or she can smoke them, the opponent that are shooting at them. And I think overall her kit with her ultimate is really good and pretty strong, and you will be seeing her used in ranked matches, but she's not going to be used as often. Next is going to be Octane, and the thing that makes Octane good and team valuable is his ultimate, due to him being able to drop a jump pad and getting to a little bit of a higher environment. and being able to do so with his teammates, similar to that of Pathfinder. The thing with Octane that makes him kind of weak is that his tactical ability is pretty much only him. It's not team oriented, and his passive is only him, not team oriented. And with his tactical, it makes it really loud, similar to that Bloodhound, but I think it's a little bit better, just because of his passive works really well, and he's able to move around the map and go on different types of flanks. But I think the main thing that puts him in B tier over that of Bloodhound is that he has the jump pad, which makes him more viable in a ranked type of situation. All right, next is gonna be Caustic, and what makes Caustic, different, some people would put him in C tier, but I think he is really good because in a ranked environment or in a competitive environment, if you're trying to take over a certain area, you're able to take it over with Caustic, which is what makes him strong, is that you can throw your ultimate in on a small building, and then it puts the team at a really bad disadvantage. They can't see, they're taking damage, as well as you can do it with the canisters as well. He also gets the fortress passive, which makes him less or 5% less damage taken. But the only problem that happens with Caustic is he has no escape, and 2, he is whenever somebody gets hit by the gas that's on their teammate, it also affects them, which puts him not the highest, which takes him out of the A tier discussion. But overall, I think he's a really good character to use if you're looking for a support character. So I know I may get some flack for this, but I believe Revenant's probably in B tier. He's not really that strong. I think if they ended up buffing his ultimate, he could be into a meta type pick for the upcoming seasons. Maybe giving him more shields, or giving him some sort of speed bonus, or maybe some health out of Shadow Realm. Those are just some small ideas that I could think of to making him into a better character. But overall, I'm not going to pick him to be in a ranked game, just because I think that there are too many counters / better characters to use than Revenant at the current moment. The last legend that is going to be in the B tier, which I believe is the best legend in the B tier category, would be Lifeline. And I'm probably going to potentially get some flack for this, because she is used in ranked matches at the current moment, probably because people full send and people like to have a lifeline for the quick pickup, as well as with the change of the golden backpack, where you can get more health whenever you are rezzed. And she is a pretty viable character because she can be used pretty aggressively, and overall is in a pretty good spot. But with the changes to her robot healing drone, that she can't be healed in, or that can't really be used in the storm, she kind of got out of the meta for the highest of high tier comp. I think she's still a really good pick to be used in ranked, but I don't think she's quite in A tier for the legends. So next is going to be A tier, and that is the meta picks. These are things that you're going to see in competitive matches, as well as really high level tiered ranked matches, because these characters have the most upside, and they have the most team oriented abilities, and they're just really strong picks for season 4. First is the weakest in the A, in my opinion, and that is Crypto. He was introduced last season in season 3, but I think that Crypto himself is really good and pretty viable now that they buffed his drone, and how quickly he gets back his EMP, which is his ultimate. And I think overall he is a really decent pick. He's very high skill cap, and you are going to be seeing him used in ranked for hard pushes. He has good counters against Watson and against Gibraltar, and he is a very, very solid pick if you want to gain RP pretty quickly off of assists in ranked gameplay. Next, I'm going to say that Pathfinder is in A tier. I do think that his hitbox is probably one of the weakest things that he has going for him. He has his own, grapple, which is once again pretty high skill cap. His zipline, which is great for teams and getting to height and putting your team in a great position. He is a pretty solid support character. And you'll see him in the highest competitive Apex due to his passive, which is Scan the Beacon, where you can see where the next circle is, which provides a lot of information that is valuable to high tier gameplay. As well as, you know, he's not a bad character, they're just other characters that are better potential support characters for a team comp. You know, distinguishing between A tier and S tier was something that was kind of difficult, but ultimately it came down to what I believe are the best legends for Season 4. But you will be seeing a mixed match of A and S tier team comps for the highest level of competitive. Starting off, S tier is what I believe is the best character in the game, and that is Gibraltar. He has the best kit in the game due to his ultimate being able to do a lot of damage in a late circle or being able to zone a team, to his bubble being able to pretty much do exactly what Lifeline does, but it just in a bubble and you have protection. And his passive, which is his arm shield, and able to take over a building just because it takes 75 damage to even break the shield before you even get to hit his body, which is insane. Another positive thing about Gibby is he has a fortified passive, which allows for 15% more damage mitigation, which is wild. And his only negative is his huge hitbox, but you can take a lot of utility instead of just his massive hitbox. So he's definitely worth picking up right now in Season 4. Next is Wraith, my favorite character, but also used in every single team comp due to her ultimate and her tactical ability. They're both really strong, mainly the ultimate to get to places quicker and safer, as well as her tactical ability, which allows, you know, it to be immune, as well as, you know, her hitbox is super small. So there's a lot of good things going for Wraith, and the reason why she is S tier and used in every single comp. Last but not least is Watson, and though she will not be used in every single high tier ranked game, she will be used in every single professional match due to her passive, her ultimate, and her tactical abilities. Pretty much every single thing in her kit is incredible. Her tactical ability is able to use fences that you know, shows presence to opponents, that they aren't either have to go through fences in order to get to them. The ultimate, which allows for teammates to gain shields as well as her, and that, you know, provides them not having to have as much stuff and carry as much shields or health or whatever. It just allows to open up the backpack situation in a high tier game, as well as her passive, which is using ultimate excels that automatically give her back her ultimate, which is huge in late game scenarios in a professional match, as well as, you know, just high tier ranked. Being able to throw down a generator to catch grenades. That's another thing that happens with her ult. It catches grenades. It's just her overall, she's an incredible character that is definitely very defensive, but overall a very solid support character that is going to be used on every single competitive and most ranked matches for Season 4 Apex Legends. So I know that was a lot of information and a lot of different opinions on why I think different legends are better than others. I want you to know that even if you like a C tier legend or a B tier legend, that doesn't mean that you're a bad player or anything like that. You like that character, and this is obviously just my opinion and what I think is best for, you know, ranked, and, you know, for me personally, pubs and in any type of professional match. Of course, you are, you know, you choose whatever you want. It's your game. You have fun with it. Enjoy Apex Legends the way you want to. I'm gonna leave the tier list up for another little bit, and then if you guys do enjoy this video, please make sure you leave a like and tell me what you think down in the comments. And remember, if you haven't subscribed before and you want to, I would love for you to subscribe. But anyway, this has been your boy Finicki signing out and blasting off. Hope to see you again for another video. God bless. Deuces, baby.